Well, here it is Sunday morning, folks. Garden walk. I've been trying to get my sticks all picked up and put in piles. So I'm making 3 piles. My kindling, my big burning, and my long burning. And that's going to be my pokeberry crop this year. They're coming along great. Going to have a lot of them. Excited about that. And I got this area chopped down. I had to use my scythe and cut it down. And anyway, this is what the yard's starting to look like. Like I said, I mow it in sections so that there's something for the bees to eat. Again, trying to work on not slinging stuff around so much. Let's see, I'm gonna try that by actually watching the camera instead of looking at stuff when I'm walking. Okay, so I got some little strips of weed stuff that lets water through, but it weed fabric. Then whatever this is growing. See, so the cat likes to roll in my peppers. Let's start with the peppers, and she's rubbed that one out apparently. We're gonna see if we get any peppers, because I took the fence back so I'd have enough to go around the other corn and it exposed them to the kitty cat. So this is my corn. Looking pretty good. Again, planted May the 26th and it came up on the 28th. And this section is 36 inches tall. So that is my silver queen, and intermersed with it. See, what is it about rolling in the, she just loves to roll in it. So if you look underneath the corn is beans. I planted these Marifat beans. My girlfriend Krisha says those are her favorite beans on the planet, so there we go. That's what we got. And we'll see whether this is green or white when it comes up. And that, for better or for worse, is my buckwheat. Now what I've been doing with these great big leaves here, is breaking them off and putting them on upside down to kind of shield the ground a little bit like that. So I'm gonna get another one and I'll put it here, because these are big, and I mean, I'm not gonna need all of these plants. See how big those are? So I want it to go this way. So these big ones here, cutting them off at the stalk and putting them down to kind of shield the ground a bit. Again, cutting it off and putting it down. There we go. And I think I'm going to keep doing that to help this out a little bit. Now, you can see where I put it in my corn. Here's my, Ooh, it'll fit right there, I think. This is my peaches and cream corn. And it was planted on Well, just recently. I don't remember the dates of it so much. But that buckwheat's coming up pretty. Peaches and cream corn. My pinto beans never came up, ever. Let's see if I can walk across here. I laid these over here and I haven't put them up yet. Whew. So, no beans at all. None. Almost looks like one of the corn that never sprouted. So I'm just going to stick it back in there and cover it up. Don't knock my corn over. And then I planted Hopi blue corn here. And there is some weeds coming up. Oh, there's something. One stalk is not enough. Oop, there's another one. There's another one. Okay, so Zoe likes to help a little too much. Now these, I think, are gigantus beans. The big Italian beans, we'll see. And here's how the watermelons are doing. The crimson sweet. And again, I'm not really letting it go just anywhere. And this is my water thing. Not quite working like I had hoped. For one, it was supposed to be 70 inches and it's not. Let's just go ahead and let this water out, because I'm thinking mosquitoes at the moment. Okay, let's look at the cantaloupes. I don't think I have any baby watermelon yet. Let's check the okra. Do you have any baby okras? No. No baby okras that I see yet. Oops. Nope. But something might be starting here. Oop, I think that is. There's a baby okra. I'm gonna have an okra. See? Kitty cat's enjoying the water. So here is one of the cantaloupe. It's doing a lot, but I may go ahead and pull it back once the watermelon gets in, because definitely wanting my watermelon to come in good. Now remember that big one? Sometimes I find it, sometimes I don't see it. You know, the big one that looks like has all the wrinkles. I don't see it. Well, neener. And then down here, these are sugar babies, watermelons. And they have a lot of little blooms on them. So maybe, and it was going into the corn and beans, but I didn't think the beans were quite high enough. So went ahead and training it up the fence here. I have to tell you, I'm really enjoying these dog kennels. When I buy something and then I no longer use it for that purpose, I'm finding I like it for the stuff I use it for the second time better than the first time. So I'm excited about my corn. I know I planned it way late. Everybody's getting corn now, and as you can see, it's not. But the first time I do something, especially if I'm doing it by myself, it takes me so long to work through everything and look at everything from every direction. And I knew I wanted to plant 3, so it made no sense to wait so late to do it, but yet that's what happened. The Hopi is supposed to be, it should be up and ready to pick around the 14th of September. And then this should come in, I think, the middle of August. And like I said, I don't remember. I don't remember when I wrote this down. But there she is again with the kitty cats. Kitty cats. This looks like a lot of boxes, but it takes a lot of boxes. Okay, so now what I'm doing takes a lot of boxes. Let's start back here with the 3 strawberries I found this year that I planted last year. The Seascapes. I've got 3. And this one has got some strawberries making on it. We'll see what happens. And of course, you know, the asparagus is down here. I have a bald spot, no asparagus. I have, when I cut all my asparagus back, I took some of the females and laid them over on my sink to dry. So they've been drying out and turning red. And I'm gonna lay them right here in this area. Hopefully get some coming up. We'll see. Again, these are Seascape strawberries. Now, I went up to Troy's in Burnsville and I got a pack of 4 of the Candy Roasters. And he says that this is what the mountain folk been eating since the 60s, which means that should be what Granny had. So we'll see. I went ahead and planted the container in there rather than separating them because I didn't want to hurt that. But let's get this up under here to help hold the moisture in. So this is what I do with the grass and stuff that I chop, is I use it to cover up the ground to keep it from being too dry and moist. This is dried out now, so let's start putting it up here on my strawberries. Okay, probably do that tomorrow because I want to water before I do it. These are my, you can see I've got this little space here. These are my Mar de Bois. Now I did have them in containers, but it was just getting too hard to water the containers. So I decided to stick them in the ground and see if they do better, and they do. I was having to water them about every day in the containers. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's a strawberry. Oh, look at you. Well, that one's, you know, it was mostly white, but it's still tasty. Very tiny bit. And this is mustard, which I'm enjoying using their leaves. No, not mustard, horseradish. So here's a baby coming off the mama. And I'm just kind of planting them around because I have this naked spot with no asparagus too. So I might as well just fill it up with strawberries. So I'm gonna make this thicker on strawberries and that end down there thicker on asparagus. So this is a girl asparagus, okay? Isn't she beautiful? And they say that you should destroy those. You know, I'm into the whole let it decide what it wants to do. I'm probably going to train this once it turns red down here to take them that way. Maybe after I get all the holes filled on my asparagus, I will start cutting off the females and maybe even pull them out, plant them somewhere else, I don't know. But for now, this is what I'm doing. I've got to get some cages to put my tomatoes on. This one might be up far enough yet. Nope, not yet. wanted to train them back to the fence, but I think they're too far. So I think I'm going to get cages. I've got to go back to the garden center and buy some. And then I was going to lay a fence up here to train my my cucumbers on. And I have not carried it in here yet. Maybe I can get that done this week. But these are my cucumbers. Let's see. Cucumbers. 4 cucumber plants. See the strawberries? See, you can see the one in the pot. Not as happy as the ones in the ground. Anyway, they don't look as good. So we're going to do this. And these on the end. This year, for the first time in my life, I've kind of gone nuts over cherry tomatoes. And it's my cousin Alice's fault. She went on vacation and I went over and I ate one of her cherries. She told me to pick her food so it would keep coming back. And eating her cherry tomatoes, oh my goodness. It made me like go nuts. They're so good. Chives are looking great. Time to cut them again. This has a ginger in it. It's not coming up. No, that doesn't. That's the dirt. This has got a ginger in it. There it is. It's coming up. Yeah. Okay, ginger's coming up. And then over here, still in the pots, I planted 25 strawberry plants. These are Chandler. That's supposed to be the brand that they grow for the U-Pick areas. I got 25 and of course the fire destroyed them. They saved the house. But as you can see, they're not doing that great. There's a little poplar tree coming in here. I may keep that. Poplar is supposed to be real good at feeding the bees when you're when there's no flowers. So I might put a poplar over there. The bee guy was sitting here going, "Oh, there's so many poplars in here." And I was like, "I don't see them." Anywho, this is the garden. I'm really happy with my corn. I'm excited. You killed another pepper plant this morning. I don't think there's any way to save it. You brat. Okay. So I'm thinking the yard's coming along and looking pretty darn good. Turns out I love mowing. I really suck at it, but I love it. Have fun with it. And now that I see the clovers coming back in this spot, I'll go ahead and mow that spot maybe tomorrow. Not today, because today I may regret this, but I'm going inner tubing. Yep. So, anywho, this is my little piece of earth. Right now, I'm just putting everything garden oriented in the garden, in case I didn't say it before. And once I figure out what all I've got, what all I'm using, then I can get rid of the rest. So, alrighty. Gotta love the woods. Oh, I've got some, I think, Queen Anne's lace down here. Let's walk and see, because you know the queen has hairy legs. And if her legs are smooth, then she's no queen. and then we got to pull them out because they're deadly, or we make medicine out of them. Either way, we start with knowing if this is Queen Anne's lace or not. And the queen has hairy legs. And whitefly, apparently. You are such a helper friend, aren't you? So, Queen Anne's lace and whitefly. We'll just let this take over. Down here, do what it wants to do undisturbed. Except for killing the whiteflies. And a worm. Well, must mush the worm. There's some more going down this way too, but I'm barefooted and I haven't got my entire yard straightened up. Okay, so here's the thing that really blows my mind. The cow left about a month ago and all her poo is gone. So the moral of this story is, if you're doing pastures where you're separating your cow out, you want to wait a month before you put it back on the ground so all their poop is gone. 4 weeks seems to be the trick. There is no poop here now. It's amazing to me how fast it went away. So, no poop. That's really sad to me because that means that all my fertilizer's gone now too, doesn't it? Yep. Okay, well that's it. A Sunday walk in the garden.